Time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Niger, he'll come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they're getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not puzzle making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 For real, for real, really real, really real, really real, really real, for real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. What the hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Let me see how all systems go. Yes, we do look good here. Hope everyone is good and happy December to everyone. Last trading month of the year, man. That is pretty insane, to be honest. Pretty insane. And yeah, let's get it. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone had a good weekend. And yeah, new week. Let's see what's happening. See what we guys think here. Morning, dry Asian session. Yeah, sometimes, Asian can be dry. GU EU ranging, GJ trying to fail twice to break up, and gold on a bottom. Hope this month will start a bit better. Man, it's the first day of the month and a Monday. So, give it some time, man. Give it some time. Don't expect 600 pip moves on day one, right? Took a small loss. Dixie got some recovery. Yeah, you guys need to calm down. Markets just started. Allow it to develop price action, right? New monthly candle, choppy market, no trading day. It's not choppy, it looks pretty good, to be honest. We have some ranges formed. I don't think market is choppy. We just need to break out. So I don't think you guys need to stop coming in with this kind of mindset that it's nothing, market's against me. Just trade what you see in front of you and come in looking for opportunity here. That's the thing, and it's Monday, first day of the week. This is gonna be a day where you see what happens, right? You see what happens, this market moves, you use this information. Regardless of what happens today, it's gonna give you great information for the rest of the week, right? And it's very important, right? It's very important to understand that. So let's do the analysis here and see what we got going on. A new monthly candle as well, and we'll see what ends up happening here. So start off here with the weekly time frame. Actually, monthly, I want to show you guys monthly time frame. So monthly did close below here. We did an in-depth analysis in the group over the weekend here, talking about the the JPY fundamentals, right? So the JPY fundamentals, we talked about them going into this last month of the year and next year, right? So we talked a little bit about that and what we'd be looking for. So with this monthly candle obviously closing on a lower low does pose the opportunity for downside. If we're looking at weekly candles also closing bearish, we are sitting at weekly support still. Monthly candle did close bearish, so if we start to break that monthly low, we could see some more downside on this. In terms of daily candles, we are still closing bearish at a support zone. So we're sitting at a support zone. Could we see bounces out of this zone? It is possible to see bounces out of this zone here. We could see bounces back up to key level 500, especially when we look at 4 hour and we've started to break back inside of the range here. Current 4 hour has not really a strong top wick, if one at all. And yeah, definitely can start to make our way back inside the range. So I feel if we leave 230, there could be a bit of a counter trend. Why do I say counter trend? Because we are heading down, making lower highs, lower lows. Buys to just retrace some of this move before potential further sells, because we are at daily support zone where we can bounce. Now, if price does want to continue down from here, we will have to see ranges break. I really prefer there to be a better top wick on this 4 hour. There is a top wick nevertheless, but it is very small here. There is one on my broker as well. So if we're going to see sells play out, we probably need to get below this previous 4 hour support to see the sells play out. And I would like to see it close back inside this previous range here. You could look to fill off some of this before continuing maybe further down here. So that would make sense, especially the 1 hour close. I would actually much prefer the 1 hour close because this will give me confirmation. So ideally to see a 1 hour candle closing bearish. In terms of market structure from the morning here, we have been inherently pushing up here until we've reached this little resistance here. Could this be the liquidity grab to continue up bullish? It is possible. We'll have to see. Being stuck inside of this range, I don't think will be the best idea to try trade inside of this range without having a set bias. If today bias was just bullish, yeah, I think setup 2 here buys would make sense. The problem is that we're not fully bullish. We're mixed bias. This could also pop up a little bit just to roll over, and then you get stuck in the buys here and lose for this to end up being sells. So this is where I like to avoid this range and just wait for something to break out essentially. Either we're going to leave towards the upside above those 230s, or we're going to make our way towards the downside here a little bit, below that 4 hour support around the 900s here, 920s, right? So if we can start to form that, I think we could have some opportunity there. So yeah, we'll see what ends up happening on that side of things. But overall interesting spot. And yeah, we obviously you know, at the top of the range. If we're going to remain in this range, then this is going to be the top, but we've had an accumulation here. If we want to break out, then this is kind of our range base here. So if we were to look at gold here, on the other hand, gold is also very interesting. I did do a higher time frame analysis. I might post on YouTube. Let me know in chat if you guys want that, a full fundamental analysis and what trades I'm going to be looking for into 2025, what idea. I can post that in YouTube. But in terms of gold analysis, I was speaking how I'm not going to be long. So monthly candle did close bearish, but I'm not macro time frame bearish. I don't think this is going to be a bear market on gold yet. But I do believe we can see some downside to grab liquidity, is kind of what I discussed over the webinar yesterday. So what I mean by that is I'm not expecting gold to be a complete, you know, dump from here. That's it. We go into bear market. But what I'm expecting here on gold is potentially some pullbacks, which I discussed yesterday. We're trading in a massive range. So that pullbacks could be a week worth of pullbacks. Could be a 2 weeks worth of pullbacks. It's possible. It's possible. Why? Because the range we're trading in is massive, man. I mean, from here just to get back down to weekly support's already 500 pips. Back to weekly resistance already 1,000 pips. So the ranges are not small at all. So right now with daily, as soon as we leave this daily support here around 600s, really 610s, 4 hours starts to leave that 621. Yeah, downside does make sense here. You know, downside does make sense. And I do see an opportunity for this to continue down, potentially to the lows, retest the lows. If the lows fail, then maybe retest back into the 529s, 530s, this whole accumulation zone. Then I'd be looking for price to kind of reverse out to there, 2500, create some sort of supports if things want to get crazy towards the downside. If not, we might just come as low as 572, play another bounce. We might bounce in here as well. So what I'm saying is we're doing more of a higher time frame accumulation phase, but this accumulation phase is one of the biggest accumulation phases we've had because of the size of ranges we have, right? Ranges are massive. Just to get back down to the lows here is like 700 pips. Just to retrace back up and retest the highs here is 400 pips. So ranges are massive, meaning that as a trader here, realistically, it's not going to be, look, as a swing trader, it's going to be important, but as a day trader here, it's not really going to be important macro, because regardless if we go up, regardless if we go down, we have massive range. We have massive range to be able to fill, even in a session perspective. So that's why daily analysis, analyzing everything daily is going to be key. Now, this monthly candle opened up for a massive bottom wick, forming a 200 pip bottom wick right now, leaving a tiny gap here. Daily opened around 650. We're now trading at 620s. If we're looking at daily time frame, previous daily did close bullish, previous 4 hour closing bearish, but at the bottom of the range. So not the best place to be looking for continuations of sells. And obviously, since daily opened here and we're down here, majority of the sells have been playing through right now, and they played out, right? We've seen the sells play out. Potentially, if we were to dip back down into below 21s here, 20 really, key level 20, if we were to get below key level 20, yeah, sells could start to make sense. But it's a little bit iffy after such a big push. So what are we going to need to see for buys here? Buys is also a little bit tricky. I would say gold is looking a little bit tricky. Yes, the sells below 20 can make sense. More aggressive after such a massive push down. Not really something you want to be doing too much. But also the buys. I think buys we'll need to start leaving. We'll start to need to leave this 31 zone. Once we can leave this 31, we actually have a little bit of a range we can look to fill. Just see how that looks. Yeah, that looks great on 1 hour, because 1 hour would be a change of structure as well. We would have that change of structure from the bottom of the range. 30-minute as well would be great. It would break 30-minute resistance, and then we would just need to battle with that 15, and then we have a pretty good range. 50 pips, about 52 pip range. Plenty of pips there. So above here would be good for buys, I feel. And let's look at price action if we're going to further take sells here. See how price forms during the day here. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be looking at here for gold and GJ. So going to be an interesting month to see what happens. Historically, it's been a positive month for gold December. December has historically been a positive month. So we'll see if maybe the last 2 weeks become positive. Maybe the beginning does become positive. All I know is right where we are right now, if it does want to bounce, this is a zone that it makes sense to bounce, right? We're at 4-hour support. We're at daily support. It's a clean zone for it to bounce. Now, in terms of weekly timeframes here, we have room to fill the wick, right? And continue down. But if we're looking at lower timeframes, we see that opportunity, right? We see that opportunity. And yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, and that's basically what we covered here. Some of you guys asking for GU. We can analyze GU here as well. So monthly time frame on GU is still closing bearish, but leaving massive long rejection wick. Weekly time frame, very strong close towards the upside here. We're seeing a very strong close. Looks like it does want to retest previous weekly here. Can remove these drawings actually. We'll draw fresh. So it looks like we want to come back and retest this previous weekly zone here. Daily time frame as well, closing bullish, strong bullish here. We're seeing 4-hour time frame did close bearish, but you know, this was a no wick open here, creating us a little 4-hour resistance here. And right now we're sitting at this 4-hour support. If we were to look at lower time frame, 1 hour is trying to create support to go back to the top of the range here. 30-minute as well, 15-minute trying to get above this range. This would be nice. This would be nice if we were to get a little resistance here, and then we could get above this range here. We don't really have much structure here. 11 minutes, we'll see in 11 minutes. I just want to see how that looks on my broker. The 4-hour. Yeah, 4 hours just a gap. It's just a gap. So it's just a gap open. Daily is a gap open. Now, one zone we do have to be careful about is this previous 4-hour. Remember, this was a kind of a daily momentum push here towards the downside. So I do want to watch this zone here. Now, we have crossed through it twice, but the way that this crossed through it, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I still want to keep an eye on it. Just putting a question mark. It's something to keep an eye on. I don't mind trading into it. But if I start to see, you know, obviously price reject from that zone, it's where I'm going to be cautious. You know, it's just a question mark here. Just something where it's like, we could see some funny business from there, you know. Which we don't want to be involved. Harry, how can I contact you? My subscription didn't renew. You can DM me, man, anywhere. DM me on Discord, DM me in Instagram, one of those. I'd say probably Discord is better. Harry, do you take another trade during the day if you already took a winning one? I don't have to, but if there's a great opportunity, I don't mind to, especially in the beginning of the week, beginning of the month. That's something I'm going to do, right? But essentially, it's not mandatory for me to do so. It depends on what the market is saying. But yeah, if I take 2 winning trades in a day, then I just definitely call it a day, as I don't want to get greedy. You know, I don't want to get greedy and mess myself up. So GJ did close below slightly here. We're seeing a very slight close below here, which is interesting as GU starts to move towards the upside. I kind of want to wait for the 1 hour on GJ here. I kind of want to wait for the 1 hour. Is risky to wait. I just feel it's a little bit early. If we're going to get a fake out, it's going to happen right now. It's going to happen right now. This is where the fake out zone is going to happen. But the sells do look nice, right? The sells do look nice, but we're coming from a very interesting daily support zone. It's an interesting spot. You know? It's an interesting spot. So yeah, that's the analysis, guys. Let's get ready. New month, December. Interesting month. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited to see what ends up happening here. And yeah, excited to wrap up my trading strong, hopefully. Now, again, you never know what the month is going to bring to you. You know, just trade as you go along. Set a plan. December is going to be very important for a lot of you not to try chase things you've missed over the year, right? Don't be like, I need to make it all back this month. The year is, it doesn't matter, right? We have January next month. It's just another month trading. The only difference this month is it's kind of a cycle, right? We go through a full market cycle. Now, if you've made it, this far, and if you've been through one market cycle, welcome to the book of experience. Many people claim they're a profitable trader but have never been through a full market cycle, a year from January to January. So they don't really know much, man. Once you've not been through a market cycle following one strategy, I can confidently say you don't know shit in the market. You know? You don't know much in the market. You need to gain more experience, right? So this is it. So let's see what happens. How you can check the plans? I can. So yeah, I appreciate you guys showing up to stream. Let's see what ends up happening. Make sure to do the YouTube business. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Let's get the likes up. How much? 260 of us in here. Let's get the likes up to 100. Would appreciate that. You know the drill here. So let's have a look at the plans. To load, there it goes. With mixed buy sell below key level, yeah, a bit more risky. Should identify that's risky because we had a massive push. For the buys, you look above the range, probably too late. Yeah, this first buy is good. This one here, probably too late for our session, so I'll just leave that out. Set up 4 fake outs, close above for buys. Yep. Structure and below for sells. That's interesting. You're looking deeper for sells. Yeah, I'd say by the time we get here, sells are probably done. You know, I wouldn't be looking to sell at the lows. I'd be looking to sell to the lows. You know, do you plan price action to sell below here? All right. Yeah, I think the sell's a little bit hard. The buy plan you're trying to come out with, that makes sense. Goal plan looking just for sells below. Yeah, it's just tough at the spot we're at. I'll be careful going with such a strong plan for sells just straight off the bat. A little bit tough from where we are, you know. Early sells, yep. I think just the 20, just keep it at the 20 would be good. The buys would make sense. More buys, probably not in our session, but yes, would be the zone. 30-minute below for sells, yep. Buys above, yep. Early buys, yeah, we're kind of up here already, but yeah, makes sense. Sweet. Yeah, makes sense. Sir, why am I not able to forget my ex? I always think about her because you value her more than yourself. You have to value yourself more. If you're someone valuable, if you have a lot of value in your life, if you're doing a lot with your life, then it's her loss, right? You are just continuing, and it was never going to work out anyways because it's not going to be compatible. You have to be fucking killing it all the time, giving your full effort every single day, that you're not going to even care about her because your value does not match her energy. So it doesn't matter, and you can get over that. But when you don't have value in your life, when you don't have much going on in your life, when you're not doing anything, then you value her more than yourself, right? And you feel bad. It's like, I can't get over it, you know? You feel bad. Do they really ask you that type of question here? They ask everything, man. We're open to everything. We want to help everyone. Open to everything. But that's facts. It's straight facts. It's the reason why, you know? I wonder how GJ will close here. Emotional therapy, basically, yeah. Couples therapist? No. What's your tips in bulking? Look to gain half a kg a week, right? Measure your food, track your lifts, and look to gain half a kg a week only. Don't bulk where you're gaining more than half a kg a week. That's my number one tip. Whenever your weight plateaus and it's not increasing, increase food slightly by increasing carbs. You know, just increase carbs, and that's it. GU is pumping, yeah, but I don't think we have a close on GU. Yeah, we don't have any close, right? Look, that 4 hour was relevant, right? Remember I said I want to watch it to see what happens. You can see it was relevant. Like this. Yeah, if you're going with an early trade, I just don't trade at that time. I don't trade at... What's this on? Why does that look drastically different than my chart? Maybe I'm on wrong time frame. No, this looks completely different. Mine closed below resistance. There's a message up there. Yeah, but mine closed below resistance. I'll have to check broker. But I don't trade at that time anyways, regardless. So it doesn't matter for me. Yeah, slightly closed above. I'm just asking, yeah, it makes sense. You need volume though to push through all this resistance, right? I mean, with full bullish bias in that scenario, for sure, for sure. GU 4 hour doesn't have bottom wick? It does. It does, it does. Remember what we talked about GJ fake out potentially happening? This is where it can happen, right? This is my point. Like the last 2 minutes are going to be crucial here. Setup 3, this won't count as a setup 3 because it's leaving long rejection wick to the downside. Harry had experienced many relationship problems, I guess. No, it's not like that, bro. Are you taking any trades? Brother, I just showed up to the charts. We've done the analysis. We're waiting for entries. That's how it works. Harry, do you give a losing trade another chance? Depends if it deserves another chance. If a trade is lost, it has to have another entry to be able to give it another chance, right? I can't lose a trade and then directly enter because I think it will go in my direction. My question, all those wicks would put me off even if that close above wanted to ask. Yeah, like I said, either full bullish bias or in a time of volume where you can push through that. Outside of volume, it's a bit scary, right? That puts me off as well. But yeah, in a time of volume, for sure. Because then you're looking for volume to push through. And especially if bias would be full bullish in that type of scenario, you expect it to go up anyways. So if it just doesn't end up going up, doing some liquidity grab or doing some crazy thing, then okay, you lose it. You get on with your day. But your analysis was bullish bias. You're buying from support. You're expecting price to go up from the day. It might not be the smoothest trade, right? Because we have some sort of headache above. So you might get some pullbacks and stuff, but that's it, you know? Can't overcomplicate it. When everything is aligned in that type of scenario, it's definitely an option. Also, beginning of the month, guys, remember, giveaway. It's giveaway time. We'll do giveaway at 600 viewers like we always do. And that'll be it. So let's get it. All right, so we did fake out here. We did fake out. We didn't close back in the range. So if price is able to close below this 15-minute support, we will have sells because 30-minute technically did slightly close below. 1 hour technically did slightly close below, although 1 hour is closing above this previous, so it's still mixed. There's still argument. You can argue that price will find support here and continue up. You can also argue that price can just go fill the wick and continue down. So in order to fix this argument, I would like to see price close below here to give me sells towards the downside. If price was just to break through here and start selling off, we'll need to see a way to a way in, because if I sell on 5 minute, let's say I go aggressive today and I take a 5 minute close below, something like this, and I just go break of low on a 5 minute, I have to deal with all of this on a 5. So I rather have the 15 minute as a solid confluence that price is going to actually make it down and not reject, you know, break the lows. I've seen this happen time and time again. Breaks the lows, maybe puts you in a few 3 pip profit just to reject and get back in the range, and London to continue bullish. All right, Frankfurt open. Let's have a look at DAX here as well. So DAX was very interesting here. Look at the monthly close on DAX, very strong monthly close. Once we start breaking those highs, we'll be at all-time highs. Weekly candle did close at weekly resistance up here. So we need something leaving the weekly resistance. If we're looking at daily candles here, we are still rejecting. 4-hour candles would have closed bearish here. So we do have a little bit of rejection from the highs right now. One-hour time frame trying to make its way towards the downside. Problem is, higher time frame we're very bullish, so at any point obviously it can just form a bounce, right? This is still an important zone. We've tapped it before, and it's just a zone that we could end up bouncing, because again, higher time frames bullish, at any point we can bounce. So majority of the sells actually played out. This would have been the sell I'd be interested in to get to here. This sell right here is getting a little bit lower in the range here. Now for buys today, because remember, high time frame we're bullish, we could get a nice little London open push back inside of the range. If London open can push back inside of the range, could be pretty interesting. I fear that it will reject this. A close below here could work, but it will be more aggressive. Even the buys are cascading, which I don't like. Yeah, I think DAX needs the first day to form some clean price action. Gold, we'll see how gold ends up forming here. Yeah, GJ made that fake out, right? I tell you guys, I tell you a lot of people, morning bro, I tell you a lot of people would have just taken that sell right now. People don't notice that. 300 of you in here, no one's thinking about, hey man, we just avoid a massive loss. We just avoid a massive loss. Can I tell you how many people would have just taken this sell? Break of lows, they be in, man. They get pushed 1.5 pips profit. Stop loss just hit, 17 pips gone, like that. 17 pips gone in the morning. Very simple. Which 4 am I missing? It's an old one. I just kept it on since we're still reacting off it. This one here. You don't need to really mark it since we crossed through twice, but look how we're reacting off it. The reason I kept it on is because this is the range we wanted to close back inside of last week, right? So understand that. Understand that this is the range. If we're looking at lower highs, we need to be closing back inside of the range, right? Is my plan valid? Yeah, your plan is valid. Same plan as mine, no? I know 320 didn't take it. Maybe someone did. Someone had to take it. Harry, do you recommend trading a spread account or commission ones? Spread account. I mean commission, sorry. Commission. Look, this will probably if this closes below and plays out the sells, these guys would be, you know, they're done, right? They probably jumped into buys right now, breaking the high, thinking this will go up. And this is how the market can eat you up, man. This is a beginner's nightmare, because you take sells here because some guy on YouTube didn't teach you how to analyze, you know, and you lose the sells because you just got stopped out for 17 pips. And then you think this is going to go up. So you take buys, 4 more buys. And you either do two things. You either now get scared and close break even, or you hold this and it maybe hits stop loss, or it comes back in a little bit of drawdown, you close in loss, or you close early and not make profits. Like, it's just a mess without a plan, right? Or you be smart and you actually put in 5-10 minutes of work, or however long it takes you, and you plan your session. You plan your session to where you don't give a shit what's happening right now, because you're just following your plan. And if your plan loses, then that's it. You come back the next day, you reanalyze what went right, what went wrong, and there's probabilities to the game. If your plan wins, then that's your job. That's what you expect. That's why you're here. Right? You see the difference? Like I said, these guys would have jumped into buys. Now they probably get dumped into this drawdown. And now they probably close out of fear. It's a mess. It's a mess. But no one will notice that because we're staying here calm. Whereas if you're being all hyped by yourself, this is where nightmares happen. Good job pointing that previous 4 hour on GU. Yeah, it's became problems, right? Again, people would have taken GU break of high, lost. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, like this is immediately, we've just avoided 2 losses today. Like that should be counted. People should be counting how many losses you avoid, because this is money you're going to give back for technically not doing anything too wrong, right? Like you're still following some sort of rules. You waited for a close above, you waited for the break of high, but you're stopped out. You know, you're stopped out. And you don't understand why. And that's the most dangerous thing, is you don't understand why. You know, and this is where it becomes an issue. And these small issues are okay to make. They're okay to make, but you need to understand why. You need to understand why it was a loss so you can get better from it. Avoid the situation. If you're not understanding why, it's just pointless. It's pointless. Now, the only issue I have with these sells right now is stop loss is a bit big, like for our target. If we look at stop loss right now, we're running about 17 pips stop loss. I mean, if it perfectly closes, let's say it closes somewhat like this. 19 pips for about 16, 17 pips to here. It's okay, it's okay. We can at least break even there, you know, and see if volume gives us an extra 3-4 pips. It needs to chill for this next 5-minute candle. Hopefully this 5-minute candle closes above and the next one closes below. That's kind of the situation we would want. I was in that trade in UJ, 0.3 pips from TP, hit BE. At least you went BE. Yeah, 3 pips, man. 3 pips, 3 pips. My new hobby is to drink water when I'm trading because of Harry. Yeah, I just drink a lot of water since I drink a lot of food. Not drink, eat a lot of food, so I need to, and it's, I live in Dubai, you know. Now we'd be blessed with a thunderstorm right now. Right, no top wick on this 5. I expected to make it. Your screen looks blurry. We'll change the quality, no? Change the quality. I'm streaming in the highest quality possible. I have the stream running on another monitor and it's very clean. Very, very clean. Oh no, don't push without us. No top wick. So regardless, I can't enter even on a 5-minute here because we don't have a top wick. Very hard to enter like this. Very, very hard to enter like this. At any time this could flip. And that's it. Do you buy water or do you have a water filter? I buy water. Dubai, it's better to buy water, in my opinion. What's the water brand you buy? It's called Masafi. It's a local brand. You won't know it internationally. I don't buy Evian every day. No point. This is how it looks, the bottle. Looks like this. Give me a sec, guys. I'll be back. How long have you been living in Dubai? I was born here. Looks like our cells are gone without us. It's a shame. Drink that water, won't give you signals. No. No top wick still, man. No top wick push. Wonder if there was maybe a nipple one on my broker or something. We can have a look. Make an excuse. No, nothing on my broker as well. It actually opened on a gap. It opened on a gap down. So that's normally very fishy when that happens. It's high chance it should actually flip up at some point to open on a gap. But yeah, that's a shame though. We wanted a nice little close here to give us the sell, so we have the range. Obviously taking a sell right now won't make sense because your target is around 8 pips and your risk is about 29 pips, 30 pips. You know, you don't really want to be risking 30 pips for 8 pips. It's not a profitable strategy long term. It's just a bit of FOMO, right? And that's getting less and less as we start to push, right? Less and less. Actually, gold is doing some business. It's getting pretty close to that zone, eh? Yeah, gold is doing some business. It's not that far from that zone. We're about 10 pips only if it re-breaks the highs. So 10 pips is not bad. What broker are you using in Tradingview? I don't trade on a broker on Tradingview, but for my chart analysis, I use Awanda for gold. And for GJ, I use Forex.com. And GU, I think the same, yeah. This would be what I call a typical GJ fuck you day for a beginner. This, when I was a beginner trader, these days used to mess me up so much. Like right now, I would be done for the day, absolutely wrecked. Because what I would have done is I would have taken a position. This is, I remember this like clear as day. It would piss me off so much. I would follow, you know, not really doing too much analysis like I did today. I know about timings in the market, right? I would take a position breaking this low, sells, and stop loss will go above the highs, right? I would have been stopped out on the sells. Price then would have started going up. If I was FOMOing, I would have taken a buy. I would have been stopped out in the buy just for my original sell idea to play out. And this I would just be like, I'm done. Like I get so pissed. You know, and this used to just wreck me, man. This used to wreck me in the beginning of the day. But you're so close. You're so close. It's just a tiny tweak that you missed. Timing error. You missed. That's why I'm so strict with my rules, because it was small stuff like this, but it would end me in 2 random losses for no reason. Because I would tell myself, fine, it's not going down here. Today is still mixed bias. I should take buys. I would get involved in buys. Boom, it would go up, you know. Just took S3 there on GJ. Yeah, that wouldn't be an S3 technically. That wouldn't be an S3. You know, it would mess you up, man. That would mess you up. Mess you up big time. Even if there's no 4-hour, bro, that's not an S3 formation, right? That's a support. You want to be very careful with those. Otherwise, you end up in a situation like this where it forms a support. You end up in many situations where it breaks the lows. I can show you that many times. You know, this would be better S3. This is a better S3. This one less of an S3. This is a perfect S3. This one not. This one is not really one. Perfect S3 at resistance. Not, I'm talking the formation of the candle, right? That's what I'm trying to say here. Trade idea makes sense, but I need to talk about the formation of the candle. So before you come and hate, understand what I'm trying to show. How many pips are you looking for? Not pips, I'm looking for target, right? I'm looking for target. Looking for what I want to target, and then I can look at that. So like I said, right? I'm not hating, just lost with wrong examples, but I'm trying to show candle formation. This candle formation, long bottom wick, small top wick, is not an S3 for downside. Same as this, right? Long bottom wick, small top wick, not an S3 formation for downside. This can end up being a support that ends up continuing bullish, right? Your S3 formation wants to be something like, this is 50-50, you know, it's the last one. Since it's 50, equal high, equal low, still not the best with double rejection. It can be tricky. This one's is a better one here, where it's like a little bit, it's 50-50 again, this one, but I like how it's a smaller candle, closed above resistance. This is a better one. You have setup 1 here anyways. To be honest, in this type of scenario, you would be in setup 1. You wouldn't really be taking setup 3 here. See if we can find a clean one. If this had a bottom wick, would be the cleanest one. This would be the cleanest one with a bottom wick. Oh, it does have a small one, yeah, but I mean a little bit bigger would be a easy one. Without structure, which you would consider this whole consolidation here, and then we did not have a volume push. This wick failed, so at the time this would make sense because you have this structure formed here. Price was consolidating, resolved its consolidation with this candle towards the upside, right? Resolved its consolidation with a close towards the upside. You showed again a perfect S1. Yeah, I'm showing you this is the S1. Here's your structure formed, close above, boom, consolidation in here. If you look 5 minute is cooked with structure in here. Look at that. Telling me that's not structure? This is a beautiful structure with resolution above there. So very, very good. Yeah, but your stop loss going below here, right? That's the candle that closed above. Your entry would be break of high, your stop loss going below here. Claudio woke up in bad mood today. I should have left a runner, considering I'm getting back into things. I'm happy with that. Always in trading, you're gonna find coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda is always what you're gonna find when you're in a trade. It's always the way, man. Like, I wish I closed earlier. I wish I left a runner. I wish I held a little bit more. You know? I didn't sleep, worked all night. Yeah, I should take the day off, man. I don't think you should trade today. Worst thing I think is making a decision to. If you're tired, don't trade. I think you should take the day off and come back tomorrow, because nothing's gonna be done. Nothing's gonna be done today. I really highly recommend that. There's no point. Like, you're not viewing things properly. Attitude is not really there. It's not gonna be a great trading environment for yourself. First day of the month, you need to come fresh, ready for things. Man, you have a whole month ahead of you, and if you're not fresh, what are you gonna do? You know, lose from the first day of the month and then start your month off really tough and you're in a bad mood because you lost. It's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. Can you check that zone for a setup 6 graph? This is 15-minute though. Setup 6 kind of is on a 5-minute, right? And when it's this deep of a push, setup 2 is going to be better. You know, let's see how it looks on 5. Yeah, technically on 5. Yeah, technically on 5 it does. We kind of want to see a trending move. This would be better in terms of the ones that are, in terms of what I want to be seeing. Is we kind of want to be seeing a trending move where we have breakout, pull back, creates the setup 6 zone, then we push up. That's the one. That one that comes back is the one I'm looking for. Instead of being in consolidation phase, because yes, it does look good here, but this is more just buying at support, right? You're buying at the bottom of the range. You just took it rejecting support. You know what I mean? Because this created a big higher time frame consolidation. You bought at support. You know? So that would just go with that idea, right? That would go with that idea that you bought at support. You have to feel it coming before it completes the candle. That's not the way to trade, Brand. In my opinion, I don't like trading off a feeling like I feel it coming and I take. That's more like a gamble. Like I feel like I'm gonna win. I'm going all in on black. You know what I mean? It's not really the one I like to see it, because that's gonna prove and not allow me to make emotional decisions in the market. Because we want to try remove emotions as much as possible. We know there is gonna be a percentage of emotions that remain. We know we cannot remove emotions completely, but trying to trade just based off a feeling fully is gonna really entice that emotional side, right? And long term, once you start adding more emotion, how do you add emotion? By adding more risk. It might be great when you are not adding as much risk, but ask yourself, are you gonna be comfortable enough risking $2,000, $1,500, $1,000 without a feeling, with a feeling, you know? That's the thing, because if that feeling is wrong, you're gonna feel non-confident about what's happening. You're gonna lose that and you won't have anything to fall back on. You won't have a rule set to fall back on, because feelings is nothing you can fall back on, you know? Can't really fall back on just feelings. You can fall back on a structured plan, right? If things are not going right, you can always fall back on a structured plan. And if 1 or 2 losses, 3 losses are shaking you up in the market, it means that you lack experience to understand how things work, right? Because if that shakes you up, then yeah, you're going to become a losing trader long term, because you're allowing that type of stuff to shake you up, right? You're allowing just 1, 2, 3 losses to shake you up. Actively, as a beginner trader or a trader who's learning, you need to actively be looking on what went wrong. If nothing went wrong, then it really shouldn't shake you up. It should just be a kind of a step where, look, you take 2 losses, you see, okay, fine. What's wrong? Is it just market conditions? You don't blame market conditions. Check, right? You have to check. GJ just reacted off a daily level. Let's have a look. Yeah, where's that daily level? Maybe yours is just slightly different. Maybe you're on a different broker. I think maybe you're on or under or something. Let's have a look. No, FXCM, yeah. Maybe on FXCM the daily is a little bit lower. It's a problem these days. They got pretty messed up, these candles. GJ setup 2, not into resistance, but what we can be looking for is back above 191 is a very nice buy opportunity. Above 191. If we come deeper, yeah, setup 2 is an option as well. Setup 2 sells could also work out here, man. We're mixed bias. This 30-minute close will be interesting. Do we close below this resistance here? Do we close above? Do you think GU might continue selling? It is possible, yes, but if we do manage to get back above that 4 hour, I think buys would make sense here. I think buys would make sense. We'd finally leave the range. We'd get some volume after leaving the range. Otherwise, we could stay in here, right? This is a lot of people can get trapped in GU right now if we just stay inside here and start doing this. Oops, what I was drawing. I don't want to get trapped. Really don't want to get trapped. Gold seems decent. Let's see if it's gonna close above that 15. Oh, it's almost doing it. It's almost doing it. 2 minutes for the candle close. We have some 5-minute structure in here, which is good always. Would also be the 30-minute close above, right? So let's see if it wants to close above or if it's going to reject this little resistance. As long as we have 5-minute structure, no problem. Yeah, you want some sort of structure. Obviously, if we have bigger structure like 15, it's going to be better. But in a time of volume, 5-minute structure, you get away with it. I have a resistance at 198.10. Is that a good resistance on GG? Am I off? I'll check in about 2 minutes or so. Just want to check this gold close. You see, man, imagine you held. Okay, yeah, but imagine you held and then you didn't close at daily support and now it's back to where you closed. You would have been like, I should have secured at daily support. So realistically, you following your plan, getting from point A to point B, it is good, man. It is good. You know, like it's a small detail, but really it is the best decision because you don't know what is the next outcome, but you're at a spot where you have all the balls in your court, right? Everything is in your control. Let's see, this looks like it's gonna close above. I would like a bottom wick here. If we can get a bottom wick, would be good. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot, breaking the high, setup 1, stop loss below the 15-minute candle. Close above my zone. Let's see if we can break it. All right, that broker, my broker. So I got triggered on that. Deeper 4-hour bottom wick would be nicer. I mean, not 4-hour, but this bottom wick would have been nicer. We might want to make a bit of 5-minute structure. Oh, that's not good. That I didn't notice. We didn't close above the 5-minute. So I think that's one thing wrong about this trade right now. Is a risk that we didn't close above this. I didn't really notice that. We do have the 15 and 30-minute close. So we kind of have to rely on that. Price might want to come back down and retest as low as here. So we might be in for a bit of a ride, right? Until it creates some liquidity to continue up bullish. But we'll see what ends up happening. A lot of rejections coming from this zone here. Seeing 1, 2, 3 rejections coming from this. So this is a watch zone I'll be looking at. How do I make money with only $100 USD deposit in Forex? I want to make money wagering 1,000 instead of 10,000 or 100,000. I'm not sure what exactly your question is. $100 you will make based on your risk percentage. So whatever you risk is what you make, right? Whatever you risk is what you make. So you have to also manage risk at the same time. Otherwise you lose all of that, right? You lose all of that in one go, becomes an issue. The same as Gmail earlier, perfect position, just base yourself on a volume to push. Which one are you talking about? This one right now, or are you talking about Gmail's position? Yeah, I said his position would make sense with bias and stuff like that. Like I said, I would have preferred to get in a little bit later on this. It's the only risk is that 5-minute resistance. I would have liked to see it tap that and then get in on the re-break of the high. So if you're not in, I'd be in myself on the re-break of the high, but I did set a buy stop there. Should have noticed the 5-minute resistance, allowed it to tap, get in re-break of the high. But hopefully it can re-break the high now, then that'll kind of give me that confirmation. Brother, can you provide me some psychological tips before ending streams every day? Well, remember, psychology is very individual, right? People are going to have different issues in psychology. Some might overanalyze, some might FOMO. So it's an individual thing. That previous 15-minute support is B zone. Yeah, we can use that as that. We'll see what it does at that zone. Starts rejecting, we can use it as that, yeah. I didn't have my notification on. I got triggered at 190. I'm trying to learn how to exit properly. Do you mind showing me how you would find an exit for GJ? For what position though, Jonathan? What position? Buys, sells? Sells, you look at previous levels, right? Look at previous 15 levels, 30 minutes, do your top down analysis. Analyze from the 4-hour time frame down, right? Go from 4-hour time frame, and whatever level comes first is where you should be looking to exit. If there's a level that's pretty close, right, then it might not make sense to take the trade, right? Then it doesn't make sense to take the trade. What's the fastest way to learn to trade Forex? Fastest way to learn to trade Forex is gonna be to stick to one strategy. Probably watch my full Forex course since it's free and it's gonna give you a good head start. And stick to one strategy. There's no real fastest way, but that is gonna be the fastest way you can learn it. But it's not, doesn't mean you're gonna learn it in a week, you know? That previous 15 you marked as hard B, I'd love to see how it reacts off that. If I don't see much reaction, then I don't need to do much there. But if I do see it start to react, and I see a reaction come from there, then I will look to probably make that break even. Your full Forex course is on YouTube? Yeah, there is one on YouTube, yep. Will there be a 2024? You mean 25? Yeah, I think I'm gonna make an updated one. I think I'll make an updated one. Five-minute close, we want to break the 5-minute high here, would be ideal. If we wanted to re-break this high so it can break that 5-minute high, we should get a continuation after that. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna move stops to break even here. See what we can get. To be honest, I'll be happy with 20 pips in this trade because this is buying, you know, a little bit of highs. I'm not sure if we have juice without major pullbacks. I honestly didn't mind a heavy pullback. I thought we could get something good, you know. Yeah, I'm break even on this. It's no point of it coming to entry because we're buying highs. So this is where people marry their trades too much. Yeah, exactly. A bit extended. So we really want to take what we can get. Now we're in profitable position. No point of losing. If this comes back and flies to TP afterwards, I don't care because the possibility of downside is higher risk based on where we're buying. So long term, you have to understand how that works. See how this close comes. So 19, 18. Man, I don't know if we have the juice to give us a more of a push. Let's see. Close below that level as well. Coming close to my B. Yes, me out B. 18 pips. We saw 18 pips. I didn't close. Me out B. That's it. Yeah, I should have closed maybe 18 pips. I knew we didn't have much in this, but hey, I'm not gonna close. This is real trading, man. I don't think many gurus would close at 10 pips. Many gurus would close at 10 pips. This is a win in my books. Ah, I was so close, man. I told you 20 pips was the number. 20 pips was really the number here. 20 pips was really the number. Ah, that was so close. That should have been a win. You know? Yeah, that's a shame. That's a big shame. Should have just taken around that, but hey, you know, woulda, coulda, shoulda, of course. We had about a 30 plus pip stop loss. Damn, why are you guys so salty with that, man? This is an amazing management to get into a trade like this. Hell yeah, man. You need to be taking what you can get. You can close if you want. You can take profits at 18 pips in profit. I can call this a win. Realistically, this is a win. 18 pips in profit, but I just decided not to close. I decided not to close because I wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more. Right, I wanted a little bit more, and that's fine. That's okay to follow my plan and want a little bit more, right? That's the difference between, you know, people closing at 5-6 pips in profit to count it as a win but they're not making money like that, right? I want to get paid from this trade. I was happy to be paid at around 20 pips. I understand this trade is not going to give me a massive push, you know, but this is something we plan from the morning, right? This is something we plan for the morning. We plan for this trade to come through, right? We plan for this trade close above this zone for buys. We had it written out here, followed the plan. Did it give a profitable position? Hell yeah, it did. Did it give us 18 pips, 19 pips really? Hell yeah, it did. Well, 18 pips from where my entry was. Could I have closed at 18 pips? Yeah, I can. I can. Just to call it a win. Be honest, I was very close to closing there, super close. I saw on my phone, my P&L, I'm like, this thing's not gonna have much juice, man. But maybe just before the 15 open, we get a last volume squeeze. 2 pips I was looking for. 1 minute looked good. This was a strong 1 minute close. Yeah. So ideally, yeah, it would have been perfect to get out here. Obviously. Would have been perfect to get out, but you get out, you know, pretty much get out with, if I close full at this spot here, I get out with 0.3 profit or something. So nothing life-changing here, right? 0.4, 0.35 profit, you know? So it's nothing massive that you miss out on because it's just 0.35 profit. But this is the reality of trading, right? Of course, other people will call this a win. I'm sure if I wanted to inflate my stats, I could do that. Inflate my stats quite easily. Just close at like 5-6 pips. But it's not the plan. And I think many people will miss out on that. But congrats to those who took the trade. Clean trade. If you closed in profits, congrats. You had about 18 pips of profits there. And this is what I mean. This was the idea. We got the volume push we were looking for. Again, I wasn't expecting that much of an aggressive push. It could happen, but honestly, I wasn't expecting it because of where we're buying. We've had quite a big push. Like I said, the pullback afterwards, I don't want to be involved in, and that's the point here. So I'm very happy with the position. I think it made complete sense. 11:38. It made complete sense in my eyes. Make sure to read the notes. You know, negative RR could close 1 to 0.4, but chose to hold. Like, I knew I was gonna take negative RR in this trade anyways, but 1 to 0.4 is a bit under, you know, and I'm talking that's perfect close. Perfect close, 1 to 0.4. 1 to 0.5 in this situation, I will do it because we're just trying to catch a trade out of this. But again, I was looking for something bigger. Something bigger would be better for me. But you know, the small wins in this type of scenario, again, 2 pips is not going to do much. 2 pips, I'm going to hold for 2 pips for sure. Follow the plan and hold for 2 pips. But yeah, some of you guys closed at I saw some of the guys took some profits. So if you took profits on that, it did play out today. Just be careful long term, right? Just be careful long term, because we don't always want to take profits too early and then bigger losses, right? It's not always the best scenario. But congrats nevertheless, because today you made money. It's a win to follow your plan, guys, as well. Realize that we followed the plan exactly. This is something I planned from the beginning of the day, followed it exactly, missing all this drawdown, which we know. It's simple, man. This is simple. So I'm happy with that. Let's see what GJ is doing. Yeah, GJ dropped here. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Wish we got same volume in gold continuation. Would have been nice to have same continuation volume. See if there's a way in. 15 no top wick. Damn, that's nasty. GJ would just be nasty. You really did say that GU will play around first before pushing up, trapping early buyers like me? It's okay, man. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's unlucky, man, but you didn't do something too wrong. Depends where you buy, where you bought. Could be sell opportunity. I don't like this support here, man. That's what I don't like about this house. Sitting at this support, I don't like that. Hey Harry, try to add CVD into your strategy. The candle where you entered was a candle where the 1 minute volumes were actually bearish. More volume took place than in the bullish candle. With all due respect, I appreciate you giving suggestions. I'm open to suggestions, but really this thing has worked very well for me, this strategy. And I don't want to add things that are just going to confuse me. Yes, I'm open to different possibilities, but the point is, if I didn't enter where I entered, then when am I going to enter? Because the move I caught here was a good move following my plan. It just didn't give me the juice, but that's kind of giving myself a shot. I know I can get myself into profit. I also did say that I don't mind getting in, right? I don't mind getting in, pulling back towards this support here. Yeah, it's going to get close for comfort, but hey, that's part of being a trader, is embracing drawdown when it makes sense to be in drawdown, for price then to grab liquidity, because it's not known. Price could have just flipped up. Gold is gold, man. If gold wants to push, it can do some business. It can do some business, and people waiting for pullbacks, it's not going to happen, right? Second thing as well that I want to note is that not always trying to time the market perfectly is going to be your friend. Time in the market is sometimes better than timing the market, because as long as everything is following your rules, as long as everything is what you wanted it to be, then guess what? It's kind of, there's no excuse not to get in, if that makes sense. And if you start to try and make excuses, right, that is where you can find a big discrepancy in overanalyzing, hesitation, and that leads to more problems down the line. But one thing I would love to say about this analysis is everything perfectly came through. Entry came through, and that break-even spot was on point, man. That's exactly what we rejected. Exactly what we rejected. So without me being able to identify that, could have ended this trade in a loss. So that's a win, right? Price action was played out to the T. It did tap my point. We were above it. I wanted a little bit more, which is totally fair in this point. I don't think I would change anything except for being maybe scared in the trade. If I was more scared in the trade, I probably would have closed out more profits and made something today. But it's not going to be, I would say, your full position trade. So yeah, reviewing the trade, I'm very happy with it. In my books, it's a massive win. Again, I'm not trading for stats here. I'm not trading to put, 95, 96 wins, That's the difference, right? I don't trade for stats. If you want to see stats, I can do that. Yes, it will be hype. Yes, I will look like I do a lot better than I do, but that's, you know, it will not take a rocket scientist to find out that I'm just closing trades to build stats, right? And long term, that will bite me as well, you know, that will bite me as well. Because if people just see like, oh, he's only trading for stats, remember, stats don't pay. I'm here to get paid. If I want to be paid, stats ain't gonna pay me, you know. Maybe I could, you know, build a better YouTube channel, but I think I find more value in having better quality audience than just a bigger audience. I think I've always found that to be the best. And yeah. Let's see what DAX did. Okay, I get you. Would just make sense for breakout trades. With the candle should be bullish. If you believe a breakout can take place, you are right. Might not have to enter this trade. Yeah, I think, you know, whatever you base your statistics on, you know. USD is going up, it is. Always been a fan? I don't take that as hate, by the way. I think you're just offering a suggestion. Hate is when people say, you should have done this, you're doing it wrong. It's like, come on, bro. If I should have done this and that, then you do it and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, right? It's not gonna affect me. But I have to say that it would have been nicer to have a bigger push. Would have been more exciting for my day. Definitely. Would have been very exciting. One thing. If we got a big bottom wick first, remember that idea I told you about trading when putting stop loss below the bottom wick? If we expected volume to come through here, imagine we got a good bottom wick first, we could put like a 16 pip stop and would have got a 1-to-1 easy. But, you know, we don't know. So much chaos on London hasn't opened. Most of the chaos happens before London Open. Biggest mistake, you know, people think is that chaos happens after London Open. All of my trades, most profitable trades, come before London Open, and I think that's a reason why so many people are scared. So many people are scared to trade before London Open. Is that what George used to do on DAX? Yeah, I used to do on 5 minute though, but this is more when I get this is more that like aggressive entry on a breakout. That's like on 5 minute. That's like more aggressive for me. Harry, do you recall about the tariffs times from Trump's? I remember yen becoming very strong. I checked and it looks like sells were the best to sell. You would have made a lot. Did you watch my webinar this week or you've been lazy? Be honest. But with that, he always, I didn't get a chance, honest. Okay, good. Watch that. We discussed that whole scenario. Make sure, guys, in the exclusive, guys, come on. Make sure this webinar this week was extremely informative. Extremely. We went JPY fundamentals. If you are sleeping on, oh, I forgot to change the date. If you are sleeping on GBP JPY potentially next year, You're definitely sleeping on that. You're sleeping. You need to understand. You need to understand what's going on next year. What we potentially could see on GJ. Where can I find the link to the webinar? Oh, this is for the guys in the exclusive. But remember, we did a free webinar that I posted on YouTube yesterday. Yesterday, this video on YouTube was the free webinar. I just edited it for you guys so it can cut out a lot of the random stuff that you don't really need to watch. Some stuff where people asking me about Pip Labs, stuff like that. I just cut that all out and I left in all the juicy stuff. So make sure, if you could not attend the free webinar that we did, this is your chance to rewatch it and gain all the information from there. Appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that trade and understood everything. I can see most people dropped off from that. Make sure to leave a like on the stream, get the likes up to 200. Like I said, 600 viewers, we do giveaway. Changing habit of TP too early is why a hard BE. Take it. Yes, it is good. I don't mind B's, but I'm trying Daniel Lugano's small ball strategy from broker. Small wins, small losses, occasionally perfect setup. Yeah, that's the thing, is you have to keep small losses. But many people, if you take the small wins but keep original stop loss, your losses will be bigger. You know? Your losses will be bigger, and that's where the danger becomes, is when your losses are bigger, right? As I would, yeah, would have. Yeah, definitely we managed it wrong. This is not a trade you want to be holding. This is a full volume based trade, right? We need heavy volume here. Understanding where we are positioning and that price push, no pullback, 50-minute being more aggressive with the move. Yes. Just super extended, we want to get TP from our entry. Yeah, we kind of give it a shot and see what happens, because sometimes gold likes to go on a tear. If we look at market positioning, we're in the best market positioning in terms of higher time frame for gold to go on a bit of a tear in London, at least to test this 15 here, up here, not 15, this 30. So at least we gave that a shot, and we were accepting as well a little bit negative RR based on that. Almost 2% today, time to take a breather. Yeah, man, that's amazing. You even got out of gold, which is cool. Great trade. Harry, there was awesome trade. Sometimes following your plan is also a win. I totally agree. I totally agree. Right, London Open happened. Let's see what happened on DAX for London Open here. So we did push down for London Open. Retesting now. See how GJ closed for London. Wow, GJ closed at support here for London Open. 1 hour closing bearish, of course, from the bottom of the range. GJ looks like it's actually ranging. NY could set up quite nicely for GJ for pullback buys. I would not take setup 2 right now. Not right now. It's not a good spot to take setup 2. You really wanted to leave this range. I mean, the only way you take a trade right now is you rip it here with stop loss below the whole range. But higher time frame, I'm not convinced we're fully bullish. Any bullish push I feel is going to be potential lower high. I'm gonna go a little early now. Breaking my lose streak is good for me. I take that as a B, as a win. You guys have a good day. Yes, sir. Take care, brother. Potential GJ buys. Yeah, like I said, it's possible to play the range, you know, but at any time we can just do this bullshit which happened here to the left. It actually happened every single time. It happened every single time. We saw price create support, fail, then go. Price create support, fail, then go. Price create support, fail is a question. I don't want to be part of that question. I don't want to be part of that question. Now, the interesting thing is, I believe every time we went bullish, there was a 1 hour candle closing bullish. So let me experiment and see with that. So we go 1 hour. Yeah, even here there was technically 1 hour candles closing bullish, but we don't even have that now. But yeah, we did have one. We not have one yet. We had one here before it went. We did have one here which immediately failed, so that's even proving now without even a 30-minute candle closing bullish. It's a bit early, but volume is warranted. Clear breakup would be seen in 191.10. Correct, 191 as well would be fine. 191.230 is a full breakout. Everybody long here, and GJ stops tight on 55. All right, let's see what would happen with your long here. Man sending a signal. His signal is to long GJ right now, so we'll put two lines. We'll put line number 1 is here where you said to long GJ. And line number 2 is your stop loss where you said, we'll see how this goes. This is a signal. 55 stop. So 55 stop is going to be a little bit higher here. $55. That's his signal. It's going good. Will it survive? What's that? 11, 10 pip stop loss? I think he just put a 10 pip stop loss. Old stream template looks like a spaceship. Bro, why is your exposure so high? Yeah, it does look like a spaceship. What price was GJ? Can't see. I think 154. Damn, 154. 154. When was this? A year and a half ago? Yeah, I think more than a year and a half ago. Yeah, 153 guys, 153. That's nuts. Only my screenshots? Oh, okay. I think back here I wasn't giving entries on stream. At this time, I didn't really agree with giving entries on stream because I didn't want people just coming and copying. So I used to just give my plan and then trade off stream. But then as my stream started to not get popular, but as my YouTube started to grow, people were just saying, bro, the only reason you don't trade on stream is because you don't know how to trade. And I ignored that in the beginning, but it just became more and more and more. Until a point where people were like, okay, they're not believing I know how to trade. So then I freaking wrecked them. I wrecked them and I said, you want me to show you how I trade? Let me go and do this in front of you live every day. Until today, those people are still biting their tongues, I believe. They're still biting their tongues, I believe. Said I 1-to-1? Yeah, a bit late entry he gave us, bro. Late entry, bro. Thanks to those people you helped thousands, I gave myself a headache, yep. Show up every day live, have people hate on me giving free trades and stuff. Unk's not playing about? Bro, different level, bro. Oiled up here, man. Different when you're oiled up. GBP buys, man, that's a different pair you trading. GBP. Wonder what that is. Man, look, gold is very interesting here, eh? Retrace this whole move. Can you give analysis of gold? Same analysis is there. We just needed liquidity, right? So where's the next level? Where do you think the next level is we need to get above for buys to make sense. It's actually not bad to show trades, to show actual examples on how to manage, execute properly. Yeah, I know, but then, you know, you have the pressure of, obviously, you're trading in front of tons of people. You know, so you get a lot of scrutiny for that. It's not really the most comfortable thing when your job is to trade, to have to do it in front of an audience, you know. So in the beginning, it's not really an idea I wanted to sign myself up to. But I was confident in what I did. Right, I was confident that I could trade, and I know, and I just did it. I just said, okay, screw it, I do it. Let people see, right? I mean, I'm not someone who posts Lambos and lifestyle and stuff like that, so people have to see my skill in some other way. You know? You're 2 meters? Is that true? Bring back the comment of the day? Nothing yet. We've got nothing yet. Comment of the day. Some guy in chat is 2 meters tall, bro. Man, what are you eating? 2 meters tall? Shit. What is that in feet? 7 foot? What is that in feet? 6'8". Oh, damn, bro. That's only 6 feet? Nah, man, that's 6'8", 6'8". No Monday rant? Did we have a rant today? I'm not sure. I think we did. Yeah, some guy was crying about his ex, so we went on a bit of a rant about his ex, saying that he's just a use. Oh no, bro, what happened to your trade? No, this is unlucky, bro. Unlucky. Well, you followed your plan. Yeah, rug pull, bro. One candle. Actually, this is the pattern we've been seeing, right? Same pattern. Come up, get freaking choppy in here, later leave this, go for a bit of a journey. You know? Oops. Tradesharpe, I eat too much and I'm not keeping such a good diet and gym plan as you do. You can change that, right? You can change that. That's easy to change. just a choice, right? Those TEs on the Nissan Patrol are lit. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, TEs are amazing. They're not cheap, though. They're not cheap. I actually feel like it's a little bit of waste of money. But hey, man, they look sick. And, you know, they're classic, bro. They hold their value. I mean, I have 3-4 people offering to buy it off me for the same price I bought it. So I'm not worried. Started going to the gym again with my son. Good. That's good, man. That's good. What's popping, Harry? All good, man. Took some gold buys. Got into about 18 pips of profit. I didn't close at 18 pips of profit, so I got break even. Wanted just a little bit more, bro. Just a little bit more. But it's all good. How's life in UAE without knowing the language? Do you have any challenges? Most people speak English here. Actually, the most spoken language here, if you were to look at population, would probably be Hindi. Because there's a lot of Indian, I mean, Hindi, Urdu. You know, technically, if you speak Hindi, you can speak Urdu and vice versa. Only few words are slightly different, but you could understand each other, essentially. Those are the most spoken. Then English, then Arabic. Right? And of course, depends on the area. If you go to an area that is full of Arabs, they're going to be speaking Arabic, bro. But they speak English as well. Very rarely you find someone who doesn't speak English. They're still there, but, you know. Polar opposite in Saudi? Yeah, I can imagine. Saudi will be very local. Most people don't speak. Actually, in Saudi, most of the Indians have to speak Arabic. If you go to a shop in Saudi, and there's an Indian guy there, he speaks Arabic. Well. I checked your backtesting video and it's dope and understandable. Oh, I'm glad about that, bro. I'm glad you liked it and thanks for checking it out. Yeah, this one was a really educational video. Actually, one of the trades we took today on gold is the same type of trade, but more of a sell opportunity we took somewhere in here. It's the same idea, close below the range, but we wanted this type of push. We wanted this type of push. This is the push we wanted today. Something like this. Ideally, we got something like this. Oh shit, got break even on this. This even I got break even. Yeah, here even I got stopped up break even. So looks like gold just followed what I did in my back testing, which is nice to see both of them happen. Look, here I was literally 1 pip from TP. I didn't close. So I'm following the same stuff I do when I practice. I didn't close because there was no reason to close, right? We didn't reach a support, we didn't reach a resistance, but I didn't feel it made sense to lose this trade right now. So I got stop break even there. So this is very interesting. On gold, if minute 30 close above latest pullback, would that prompt you to enter bullish with a big 30-minute LTA to the left? Yes, that would be your next zone, right? That would be your next zone. Now, in another world... No, yeah, probably just that, man. Probably just that. Not 30-minute, I'll look 15-minute, a little bit higher. If you got a perfect close here in 8 minutes, which is unlikely to happen, but let's say in the future, because I want to also teach you in the future, you could look to fill up back to here, which is 12 pips, right? Because that would be your new LTA. So you could take what's known as setup 2, get back to this zone, and then look for the continuation instead of needing to buy highs. See what I'm saying? But we'll see. If that happens, it's an option. If that happens, it's an option. We knew this pullback at some point would come. we didn't want to be part of it. That's why we got out. Got it good? Nice. See, Tony, you see the GU, what happened with GU here? Mess up everyone. Why? Why did this happen, Tony? Because we're at those lows, right? Too much rejection from here. Yep, exactly, Tony. Correct. Oh, shit, I just moved this. Where did I move this from? Probably somewhere here. Ooh. That's interesting. Slight quiz. What would a newbie trade in the market? It's a good question. And realistically, with risk management, you can trade anything. Anything. But what would I recommend you trade? If you like the way I trade, if you are following a similar strategy than mine, or the way that I trade exactly, price action. I mean, if you just probably trade what I trade, right? If you're just trading New York session, if you just trade New York session, I'll probably stick to one indice, like US 30. Probably not the best as a beginner. Gold, it's tough, but as long as you have risk management, everything as a beginner is fine. Challenge yourself. Make yourself in a learning curve. That's fine to have a learning curve. Not really a beginner pair. US 30 is okay in NY Open. Pretty wild. You know, it's like one of those big opens. I bought Euro NZD, but it took me out. What's going on with this pair? Yeah, Euro NZD is not a buy. Euro NZD is not a buy. We've been saying this for weeks, actually. All the guys in the exclusive, if you remember, we've been talking about Euro NZD not being a buy. Actually, been looking actively at being involved in sells. It's not a buy. It's not a buy yet. Euro NZD is not a buy. Even Euro USD is not a buy. Euro USD is a sell. I remember the time it gave us the middle finger. Yeah. Let's see this. Euro weak. NZD strong. Yep. I guess that shows it's not a buy. Most traders close their trade without considering risk to reward, but you are the best in those scenarios. Win risk management. Thank you, brother. Yeah, because I want to make money. I can close my trade and make a little money, but then if I take a loss, I just give that back. So long term, unless there's a very specific scenario, like today I was going to accept negative risk to reward, but I don't always do that because today I had a good reason to. But I can't just keep going in less and less. Oh, you're asking about, yeah, I never went to uni, bro. I was going to, yes, don't get me wrong, but I never went. Never went because COVID came. And then it was game over. The uni is so cooked. Do your parents want you to be there? I got forced by your mom. Makes your mom happy, right? How much has your mom done for you where you can just stick this out a little bit, right? And just be kind and try your best there. It's the only thing she asks, because you really can't convince. You know, it's hard. So I think it's a good thing, man. Just to stick it through. Bro, I create my Insta page to share trades. Let me know what you think. I tag you in the post. Yeah, just tag me in the description. Or if you post on story, tag me on the story. I'm doing pharmacy. Yeah, a friend of mine did pharmacy. Personally, it's a little time waste. It is, but it makes your mother happy. So just leave it at that, right? Also, enjoy your time in uni, meet people, have laughs. If you get stuck in an entrepreneur grind, it's pretty lonely, man. I tell you the truth. I lost everyone. Didn't speak to anyone. Don't speak to anyone. Full different friend circles. You know? You miss quite a exciting time of your life, you know? It's more of a sacrifice, but depends what you want more. No, but the difference is with uni, man, is that you can meet people, man. Trust. You go on an entrepreneurship grind, you don't meet anyone. You don't meet anyone. You don't have friends. You will have to block all your friends. I miss uni times, enjoy it because it never comes back. Yeah, you'll miss it once you leave. You won't miss the hard stuff and studying and all of this bullshit, but you will miss the general vibes. No more trading on Monday. Imagine it hits SL and back to 20 pips profit. If you showed up to the stream earlier, I literally explained this scenario. If you showed up earlier to the stream, I literally said lose and then it goes back in profits. That will happen to some people today. And it just comes down to a little bit more patience and analysis. I didn't have friends. I had to work part-time. Trade was expensive. Had a lot of friends from town giving me free food. Wow. I don't have a friend who actually wants to be better and actively doing so. There won't be much, man. There won't be much. How many days will you take a break? I'll see, man. Probably a longer one. Probably one of the longest break I've taken. So you guys better make this worth it while it lasts. Right? Get as much information. Stay active on my YouTube. Show some love. You know? I don't know which path to choose, to either work harder in my 20s or chill and enjoy the youth a little bit. You have to live without regrets though. You have to live without regrets. You still won't upload even if you don't do live streams? I will upload, yes. I will upload even on my break, but that's like one video a week. So I think, man, you should work hard. I like Ramsey said, he said balance it is fine as well. Start your own business. Few universities will teach you entrepreneurship. Start as early as possible. Yes, take risks. Sorry, Harry, but you can't learn from YouTube? Then this is not going to be a place from you. Tell me how many YouTubers right now are literally answering your question live. Of course you can learn from YouTube. Are you mad? Of course. But you have to apply You can use live streams, but yeah, you're right. You can't fully learn from a video course. That's why I don't sell a course. That's why I recommend people don't just spend money on a course. It's not going to make you, you can learn, but you're not going to become profitable. That's the difference. Just watching YouTube videos, it's going to give you a shit ton of information. If you do nothing with that information, you're not learning. My dad tells me if I work early, I can enjoy early. Yes, but you can't enjoy the same way. I'm telling you, your views shift. Once you reach a certain age, your views shift. You want to secure a family. You want to have the best opportunity for your family. But when you're younger, you want to enjoy. Depends what type of man you want to be. Do you want to be a man that provides very strong for their family, builds a very strong foundation? Because at the end of the day, the most rewarding thing is to have a tight-knit family and you be within your own circle. No need to deal with the snakes of the world. No need to deal with all people trying to cheat you, people trying to hate on you. Just you and your family that you provide, enjoy your life to the fullest. But that's different from being young and wanting to be out there, wanting to go experience different things, which I feel at a young age is extremely important. I had my phase. I had my phase of partying. I had my phase of all of that, but I did it at 17. I did it at 17, 18. By 19, I was locked in. That's it. 1 year, 2 years, boom. Then I was locked in. 19, that's it. Lights off. I had different goals in life. I wanted different things. I wanted to enjoy myself. I wanted to be the best version of myself. And in order to do that, I needed to become someone. I needed to do something with my life. And in order to do something with my life, it needed sacrifice. It needed sacrifice in a different path. So this is where I thrive because I enjoy it. At the same time, I have a lot of opportunities I could do right now that people at my age can't do. You know? Percy, I'm 18 now and I want to be married by 20. A good income for my family, ready by 20. I don't have, bro, that's a mad goal, man. That's something you should never have your eyes on, man. That's nuts. 2 years, you want your life to change, and so you work super hard. You're going to be depressed, trust me. I've been in that spot where I've had no money and made money. It doesn't make you happy to initiate because you have this big goal that you're achieving and then you lock up yourself. Doesn't matter, you've been at it for it, man. 20 is not the time to get married, really. Like, give yourself time, man. Don't set a date. Why do you have to set a date? Just focus on you, focus on the process, focus on getting better every single day and take it day by day and just make sure you're doing your best. Who knows, it might come even earlier. Harry, how did you feel when you got your first payout? Relieved, but it didn't make a difference because I was still overall in loss, right? And that's going to be the reality for most people. Right? That's going to be the reality for most people, is that when you take your first payment from the market, you're still going to be backed up with losses, right? Because that you don't come into this space making tons of money. I was very fortunate that, hey, after a couple of payouts, recoup that because I was very tight trader when I started. I didn't allow myself to lose tons of money. Really, I was super tight on risk management. So it's really like the biggest reward was making $1,000 in a trade. That's the best moment I can remember. I have it on video. Let's find the video. I have it on video. First $1,000 month. That was super rewarding. Oh shit, made $1,000 in the month. I was really happy with that. Let's find that video. We have to go back on a journey, guys. That was super rewarding to make my first 1,000 month. And then of course your first 1,000 trade is like, wow, this is sick. $1,000 in 5 minutes, I'll take it, bro. Then it becomes your new norm. So it's crazy how cycles become. It's just crazy journey, man. You literally, I can't even remember. There's so much stuff that went on you can't remember. It's like an everyday grind. Like, the only time I remember is like from memories I have in camera roll, you know? Like you just go back in camera roll, you're like, oh shit, I remember that time. I remember what I was doing. You know? It's crazy. Someone's selling their car. Why are they shouting? Don't shout. You are the best, Harry. Very humble, honest, well, learning a lot from you. Not so lucky with the giveaways yet, but maybe soon. Yeah, 600 views. We have giveaway coming. Let's see if that cooks for you, hopefully. Hopefully that cooks for you. Make you happy. I'm searching for it, boys. Maybe I find it, maybe I don't. Oh man, I can't preview the video. I'll definitely show you by tomorrow's stream, so I can find it in my camera roll. I don't want to waste too much time scrolling. But I'm also kind of determined to find it. I appreciate the subscribe, man. Make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate it. Yeah, I found it. That's my first 1,000 month. I sent it in general chat in our group. I found it. I found it. This was my first 1,000 month. GJ back at 144. You know? I mean, this was still early in the month, but it's like, you know, making 1,000 pretty quick. And look how limited trades. There weren't even much trades here, you know? There weren't much trades, you know? Just a couple of $500 trades, and that was it, right? That was it. So you save those moments, you know? How much money was you trading when you made the 1K? I think my account at that time was like 15,000. What is that vid? My first 1,000 month. GJ was back at 144. 144. Not 1,000 month, but it was in a week. Only 4 trades. It was just cool to make it that fast. It's all the way back here. 144. Back here. 2021. 2021. I was still not profitable though. I was still not profitable. But it was back here. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense why I made so much money. Price was just pumping here, bro. Pumping. We were just pumping. I wasn't consistent yet though. I wasn't consistent. But I mean, back in 2021, when you started in like late 2019, you've been grinding, and then finally to see some numbers move is nice, you know? Did you post something on Discord? Oh, it was the private Discord. Sorry, bro. It wasn't the public Discord. My bad, my bad. I should have posted there, but I showed it on stream. Am I on the right path? Holy. He's close to the right path, but holy shit, man. Man, stop loss is in the moon. You know? Almost. Anyways, markets are a bit rangy at the moment. Gave it one shot today on gold. More buys are going to be back above this 15. We keep rejecting it. We tried to get above. I saw that, but we just rejected. We just rejected. And yeah, that's what I'm going to look. That's what I'm going to look for. So I'm going to look for a buy once we get back above this spot here. GJ needs to sort itself out. We've seen this trend where it rejects from the highs, comes back down. So let it cook in here, let it create its mess, and we can enjoy maybe something like this. You can see last time, exact same scenario, even with a pause candle here, right? Even with this same scenario, price was able to push through smoothly. So if we do get a smooth close here, we should maybe be able to push through smoothly. What time was this one at? 5:15, so around the session time. So this was in session time. If not, we're buying above here or buying above here. So there's opportunities. So I appreciate everyone showing up to the stream, guys. Been a pleasure. Hopefully catch you on tomorrow's stream. Take care, trade sharp, and let's get this month, last month of the year. It's nuts to me, but looks like we're starting strong, hopefully, and we can. There was volume today, so it's a good sign. I'm just saying it's a good sign. Position came, did what I wanted it to do. Of course, we're buying a little bit highs. Can't expect maximum volume, but hey, that's how it is. So appreciate you all. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Leave a subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like. And yeah, hopefully speak to you guys soon. Peace. See you guys.